Hello? There we go. Welcome to Get Roaring. I am Rory. Fancy meeting you here. It's time for some hockey. I don't know if you like hockey, but I like hockey. So it's time for some hockey. We're doing NHL franchise mode today. Morning, Al. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to some hockey. Oh, we need music. Music. It's important. Don't mind me. Don't mind my ornaments. There we go. We need music. It's important. All right. There we are. Now we're set. How we doing anyway here? Well, we are 20-21-3. We're 4-5-1 in our last 10. Let's take a look at the calendar. We're at Ottawa. We're trying to get to the trade deadline at least. Oh, we played the Leafs on the deadline. Okay. That's weird. Vastly different team by the time that game comes around. Okay, we just lost to Ottawa. I think that was the game I played last week, actually. Which was kind of fun. It was different. I think we're going to go all the way up to Utah. I want to see something just for a sec. Let's take a look at owner goals for a second. We didn't win our home opener. I want to be within 1.5 of our budget of 66 million. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at our current player budget. We're about there. Allocated, spent, remaining. Maybe we're a little past it. Can we see our total spending? See, I'm not sure if that means like our NHL salary cap hit or how much we end up spending. Projected spent is 69, so we need to reduce that. We need to reduce that sum. Let's look at our older guys. Giordano's probably making a little too much. Wheeler. Probably need to reduce it by like Mike Hoffman, maybe somebody else. I don't know. Depends on who is like worthwhile when we trade them. Because I don't know how much value we have to trade at the deadline. Obviously, if we can get players back, similar value or something like that. Let's look at our fine trade for a second, and we'll take a look at the older guys. No, not overall. Sorry. Age, not salary. Age. There we go. Our older guys are not pulling in much. Like maybe Mike Hoffman might get us a little bit, but nothing serious. The rest of these I'm okay with keeping because they're decent players. Wheeler we signed just to fill out like contract space. So I don't think he has much trade value because he's being paid $5 million for a season, which is fine. Giordano has a little bit. So Giordano and Hoffman we might be able to deal. Just to get our money down. We'll see. We'll see. I think Giordano's our captain though this year, so I may want to keep him. So Hoffman looks like the likely trade target, but again, we're not gonna get much for him. It's not like, oh man, we're gonna get first round picks. Like, no. All right, let's get some time. Oh, did I need to put anybody back in the lineup? Let me check that first, because last time I did that, there was complaining. Speaking of which, complaining in the Vancouver Canucks. I guess JT Miller was traded to the Rangers, who I thought the Rangers were having like locker room issues to begin with. So you bring in somebody who's known for having that kind of trouble, and then they go out and take the pick that they got, which is protected this year but unprotected next year. I mean, who knows what New York is going to do? So it could have been a top 13 this year, which means it would have been unprotected next year. The assumption is that New York will be better next year. And better with JT Miller, in theory. But then they flipped the pick for Marcus Pettersson from Pittsburgh, who's at the end of a deal. It's not like they got contract time on him. I think he's an expiring contract, unless they're... I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me unless they're like, the only thing I can think of, and this is what I was saying last night, is like they're collecting Petterssons like Infinity Stones, like Thanos. Like I don't even understand why they felt the need to go out and get Marcus Pettersson. I don't know. Unless they're, well, maybe, I mean, they sent Desharnais the other way in one of the trades. So maybe they felt they needed to replace Desharnais. I can't imagine you trade Elias Pettersson now. It is strange days in Vancouver. Like, it's just kind of weird. I can understand if JT Miller was that disruptive, and I think he was more the problem than Elias Pettersson. Who knows? But the difference is Elias Pettersson is having a down season, but that's not going to continue. Like he's not going to be bad the rest of his career. He's going to have a tough year, and then he's going to turn around and he's going to be fantastic, especially if you get him with the right people and so on. So maybe he just needs more Petterssons on his team. He's like, I need a quota of at least 3 Petterssons to perform. I don't know, but to me, getting rid of JT Miller made sense, but you got a first round pick out of it, and then you flip it for an expiring contract. I just don't know, unless maybe they got permission to talk to the agent ahead of time and talk about an extension. Like I don't know, but it's all very weird. It's all very weird. All right, lineup. Let's check out our lines for a second. How you doing down there, McMuffin? How you doing, bud? He's doing pretty good. 20 points in 44 games. Says he's a third-line checking forward at this point. Who's scratched? Giordano, Wheeler, Hoffman. Okay, well, you know, expected. The veterans are riding the pine. It makes sense. How's Dawson Mercer doing? Not so hot. Gaudreau's okay. Drouin's playing okay. That's good. Vogel's okay. Rasmussen is okay. Arvidsson is okay. Pretty much the best line so far is like our 4th line for what the time on ice that they get. But I'm hoping that, you know, the youngins start doing well, you know. Appleton's kind of just a filler there. I like Appleton, but you know, he's not going to be around forever kind of thing. Pretty good third, fourth line center for any team really. Okay. I think we're good to continue unless we get some injuries, but we'll handle those as they come. Let's go to Utah. Was Carlo out? Was he out? Oh, he might have been just a little. He might have been a little hurt. Yeah, he was a little hurt. Okay, we're good. Keep going. A win, a loss, a win, a loss. Here we go, a win, a lossing. That's how that goes. Vogel's out. I think we move up McMuffin. I think that's what happens. I think we give McMuffin a little go on the second line, eh? Why not? Alright. Let's get Hoffman in there. So we get a little, maybe some trade interests. I doubt it, but it's okay. We'll put Newhook back in the middle. And since Fogel's out, we're going to move McMuffin up on the second line. Give him a little time there. See how that goes. Calendar's still messed up. They completely changed the menu system. Somehow did not fix the calendar. Fantastic. Alright. Let's take a look at Andreas Englund. He's 29 years old, 6'4". He's a defenseman. I'm assuming he just hits people. Got 1 year. That's okay. I like how they did this clause structure, because I've gone into this before not knowing they have an extension, and it shows that the extension is there, and that makes things a lot better. So I think I will take this 29-year-old 6'4" monster and put him in the A. He's on Hamilton. I think I have to send him through waivers. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? There we are. Roster moves. Okay. You may still have to go through waivers. We'll see. Yes. Okay. It looks like he passed. Vogel is out, so that's where our one roster spot is being held up. That's fine. We'll leave him. Let's continue. I just wanted to get him down to the A, because like there's no sense in him sitting on our NHL lineup. You may be perfectly fine to bring up as a substitute when and if we trade people. Brendan Carlo has purchased aftermarket or off-brand electronics. He has a sore knee. Alright. This is where Giordano comes in. Our defense is doing actually pretty good. Like, some of them are growing and things like that. It's good. We'll put Rasmus Sandin on the top pairing. I'm not going to worry too much about fixing my power play and stuff at this point. We'll just keep going with how we're doing. Is Bernard Docker a better choice? No. Coming off? Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Huh? Extra lines. Extra attacker. Why? I'm not gonna ask questions. Why is our extra attackers our defensemen? Coach, you have answers to give me. Anyway. What's our plan before the deadline? Well. We have to be within 1.5 million of our budget, which our budget is like 66 something, and currently we have 69 million. So what we're likely to do is trade one or two of our older guys, maybe get some young-ish guys that can play, and sort that out. We don't really have any high value players that we're going to get much for, so we kind of did that at the beginning of the year, and then there was nobody really to sign in free agency, because when you start the league, you can add a contract year to everybody, so you don't have a bunch of expiring deals in the expansion draft. But that kills the first year of free agency, which is not a big deal anyway, because my team is going to suck. So, you know, it's just going to be a little bit of clearance, you know, some sell off. We'll put Wheel here for a sec, and then If there's something of interest available, then maybe we'll go for it. If it's like a younger player that's got some term or something. But I don't think it's going to be like... There's not going to be blockbusters flying everywhere, because frankly, we don't have anything of real value. That's the only thing. We don't have much. We have McMuffin, and that's it. Although a McMuffin is a lot. If you did have it with a hash brown and a coffee, now we're talking. That's quite a bit. Anyway. Pining over breakfast tomorrow. Let's go to roster moves. We're going to need a defenseman in the system here. I guess we're going to bring up Harris. We actually have a fair amount of interesting defensemen. Wow. Lundqvist is doing well for Moncton. What about Harris? What's Harris doing? Harris is doing okay too. What was Lundqvist in terms of a pick? First round. Maybe we bring up Lundqvist. Let's give him a shot, eh? Yeah, it sounds like a plan. I don't know if it's a good one, but it is a plan. It's something. I don't know. Alright. To edit lines. Best for the AHL. Figure yourself out. And on the defensive side of things, let's switch Dumoulin and Wheeler here for a second, and then we'll replace Wheeler with an actual defenseman. There you go. Life is good. And we'll see how Lundqvist does with Dumoulin on the third pair. Alright, now we're in somewhere in July, I think, or June, or I don't know. See, this used to be a bug for like ever in the calendar system, and they literally redid the interface, and the calendar still is broken. It's so nice. Well-tested indie product from EA Sports. Alright, Rasmussen is out. Well... I think we push Newhook up just for fun. Yeah, let's give Newhook a try. Wheeler goes in. Newhook goes up. There we go. Do we actually have a center on our fourth line, though? That's the question. Oh, Wheeler can play center. He's garbage at face-offs, but that's fine. That's okay. Oh. Couldn't fill in the four-man power play. The four-man power play line, too, for some reason. Couldn't do that. Even though the four-man power play doesn't make much sense. Why doesn't Lundqvist fit on the... Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, they once again, lipstick on a pig, right? I don't even know who's on the other lines. Put Mike Hoffman here just for fun. There we go. Doesn't that fix it? I'm confused. Why? Oh, edit strategies. Oh, okay. McMuffin's doing everything. Got it. We'll make it Romanov. Goudreau is fine. Hoffman should not be on defense because he doesn't. Oh man, we're at free agency already. We're not, but anyway. I think we're content to continue. Let's go to Winnipeg here. We don't really have any rivalry matches or grudge matches as it did before, so, you know. Dawson Mercer is hurt. So now we're suffering the injury bug. I don't know if I have any actual players left. Giordano and Carlo are still hurt. I'm just gonna put Giord. Okay. Just gonna put Giordano here for a second. Or Carlo, it doesn't matter. They're not staying there, but let's go to roster moves. Now, the hope is that the players aren't like injured by the time we get to roster moves. Oh, what's broken? Oh goodness. What will we ever do? All right. Wow, that's horrible. Jared Hayden's doing everything. We might have to best lines this business once I get somebody up. Those things are just kind of weird. No. Okay. Well, somehow we won in a shootout with that lineup. I don't even know. Brendan Carlo playing right wing on the first line while half injured. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Okay. Holtz is at an 82. I think he's coming up. All right. NHL. Edit lines. Edit. Best AHL. That's fine. Okay. That's the AHL. Thank you. NHL. All right, we're doing it. Best lines. Head coach preferred lines. Wow, he's got McMuffin on the second line now. Impressive. Which one of you can actually take a face-off? Appleton is actually terrible in the face-off circle. What about Holtz? What's Holtz doing? He is terrible in the face-offs too. I think we move Newhook down here. Although I'm actually more inclined to have Appleton go down here, and we'll get Newhook some more time. Well, let's go with that for now. We obviously have some injuries, right? Like Rasmussen, Mercer, Fogel are out. That's pretty much like our parts of our first and second line. So things are going to change, but we're also going to trade people. Let's take a look at the defense. Brandon Carlo is a little hurt. His feelings are still hurt. That's what that is. We'll put Dumoulin in for now. We will move. We'll just put Dumoulin up here. Replace Carlo. I want Carlo to be like fully healed. Even though he played on right wing for a little bit there. We won't talk about that. Dumoulin's good. So what, Dumoulin's better on the third. Let's do this just for fun. There we go. I'm not going to worry about the power play and stuff because that's going to change. We'll just go with this for now. I'll check the goalie situation. Should be fine. Kochekov and Gibson. We'll probably switch Gibson in. Why not? Both have been playing okay. What do their contracts look like? 3 years. Modified no trade. I wonder if there'll be demand on him. We'll see, because I'm okay with Kochekov, but we would need to like figure out some salary if we trade Gibson. We'll see. I'm not attached to Gibson. I just thought he was a good choice. But Kochekov, I think, can be okay. Alright. Let's go to Winnipeg and see how things shake out. Multiple players are now ready to be dressed. Are they healthy, though? No. Well, Carlo is. Carlo can go in. Defense. Put Carlo in. I'm actually more in favor of putting Lundqvist in than Dumoulin. Just to keep him playing. Dumoulin's kind of in the don't care realm. We'll continue. Giordano can sit. Alright. Somebody's got to go down. That's fine. Do. I don't really want to send Holtz down. I think if I send, the problem is I think if I send McMuffin down, I think he goes to junior. So I don't really want to do that. Just about anybody else might be picked up on waivers. Wheeler probably will not because of his cap hit. So let's do Wheeler. If he gets picked up, then he gets picked up. Alright. Plus we get a little bit of cap relief from that, but not a whole lot. I think this is where we need to start trading people. Because we need space. We'll put Dawson Mercer up here. I think we can put Höglander down. Arvidsson should be... actually, Arvidsson should be there. My bad! Arvidsson should be here. Alright, yes. Is Rasmussen a little hurt still, or? He was a little hurt, right? Yeah, he's not ready. Okay. Alright, I think before Hoffman gets too pissy, I think we try and trade him. Again, not gonna go a lot for him, but... Alright, bud. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're getting, like, nothing. Okay. We're getting nothing for Mike Hoffman. Was it Hoffman? No, nobody wants him. It wasn't his, or Heslop? Oh. Oh, somebody does want something. Okay. A fair amount of unknowns. A 5th rounder. Basically the bottom of the barrel. I see. Well, it was about a 5th rounder that they were wanting to give. That's actually too much. Okay. Let's try a 6th rounder. I don't even know if that'll do it. Wow. 7th? Do they have a 7th available? They do. 7th round pick. Good boy. What are the Leafers going to give us? Will they do a 7th round pick? It's probably the same. Oh, man. If we retain salary, can we get like a 5th? Oh, boy. Let me just... we assigned him to 1 year, right? Yeah, okay. Just make sure I'm not, like... I'm not holding on to something that's, gonna be terrible in the future. Try a 5th. Actually, we'll try a 4th. Retained salary has value. I doubt this is gonna happen, but okay. I think it was close. Let's try Oilers 3rd, which is basically a 4th, and exchange for a 6th. Third. I want to buffer it just in case. Okay, let's try the 3rd and the 6th. Okay. That's good. Turn Hoffman into a 3rd rounder. It's not bad. Okay, so we can bring back up Wheeler. The other thing is we got to keep our cap like above thing, right? So Wheeler is kind of like he's like a plug in the tub. At his current salary cap, he's keeping us above the floor. It's part of his purpose at 5 million. Now we only gave up $1 million there. Let's look at... That's not what I want. NHL. Defenseman. Either Giordano or Dumoulin we can trade. Oh, right. Edit NHL lines. We traded Hoffman, we'll put Wheeler back in. Is Rasmussen's not okay? Okay. Okay. I wanted to do that because Hoffman was sort of in the A, he was just going to lose more value because he would just his morale would drop. So I had to get rid of him quick. This is not... We'll have to fix the power play situation at some point. Okay, we'll just leave that for now. Because, like, unless we're gonna pick up... Actually, let's check our contracts for a sec. Unless we're gonna pick up salary, we're gonna drop below the minimum, right? Definitely not as efficient with the menus as I was before. We want to look at contracts. There we go. Okay. Still proceeding at 69.465 projected spent. I think we can see between, like, who are in between our older defensemen. Maybe Giordano or Dumoulin. We can probably sell off one of those. Maybe Giordano. Because we need to cut our salary just a little bit more. And I kind of want to do this so we have time to do it. We'll see what happens at the deadline. We'll open up our block at the deadline and see what we get. Let's see what... eligible for trade. And let's go defenseman. Giordano definitely does not have value. Dumoulin does. Is it? Okay. Andre Miller's coming up. So is Romanov. Let's take a look at their willingness to resign. Everybody is... So, Condre Miller and Romanov are both RFAs, but they don't want to resign, which is fine. We're not going to lose them to free agency. Dumoulin does want an extension? Kind of unfortunate. I was hoping you would say no. What does Condre Miller want? 5.85 over 2. To me, that's reasonable. What is the organization? What's the organization meter saying? He wants way more the longer we go, obviously. He wants 6.4. What if we brought it up to 6? I haven't played with much of this yet, so let's go with reduced full. No trade clause. What does this mean? Oh, Number of teams. That doesn't get much play. Why is it only in the last 3 years? I mean, we could try this. Let's say like 6 years. What does he want to do for 6 years? Improve offer? Clauses? Modify no trade. Reduce. Wow, you can even like say to them, like, regarding your role for our team this year. Well, he's already like top 2 pairing, so let's see what we can promise. Top pairing, yeah. Okay. Interesting. So did we like end up, so he's still sitting at where he was. He still wants a bridge deal. Like, what was he looking at for 6 years? And if I brought this up to like 6 million? Doesn't change much. Even the salary he's asking for, it still doesn't like... It's pretty decent. Anyway, okay. I think Dumoulin is our best trade target here. I gotta try the new stuff because like it's just that's very different than what you did before. Before you're like, would you like money for time? And then they're like, yes, I'd like money for time. And it's like, or you'd say, would you like money for time? And they're like, no. Your market is too small. Or I didn't like the burrito stand. Or the vending machine always gave me the wrong coffee. Like, you know, it's arbitrary. The coaches too, very arbitrary. It's like at the McDonald's I go to, they don't have the sausage McMuffin as a combo. You know, like it's not just randomness. Here's an extra $50,000. All of a sudden, McMuffins don't matter to me, except for eggs. He's pretty good. All right. Let us... What am I doing? Okay, fine trade. There we go. Let's see what Dumoulin has available. terms of trade targets. A third rounder in Del Monte, so something, some kind of, you know, fruit distributor, I'm guessing. I don't know. A second rounder, that's not too bad. I wonder if we can jazz up that second rounder. If we was that Rempe? Rempe? It was. Oh, that's hilarious. Yervanin in a third? I think I'd rather go for that second and see if we can get a little more out of that. It's the New York Rangers second rounder. Definitely want to retain salary because we're trying to do so. But I think we can severely juice this up. They're 42, 10, and 4. What? Okay. They do not have a lot of picks. That's okay. We'll go far out. That's fine. Will that work? Okay, to be nice. I think that's about the salary we want to ditch. Let's try that. Okay, so it's not going to get a third, even like light years away. Let's try a fourth and a fifth. Let's try a fourth and a seventh. We may not be able to get that. Oh, not even a fourth, okay. So our salary retention is worth probably like a fifth and a seventh. Maybe. Just a fifth. Wow. Does my salary retention mean nothing to you? Apparently. 2 sevenths. 1 seventh. Okay, that's not really worth it then to, well, retaining, unless we can get somebody back. Let's go with all skaters. Let's look at old dudes. That's not what I'm doing. Calvin DeHaan actually has some value. They don't really have old people. Salary. Let's look in the 1.5 range. Again, they don't really have much of that. Okay, I guess we just retain the salary for no additional benefit. I don't really want to do that. They do want Wheeler, but I don't. I mean, I guess we could retain the salary on Wheeler. Let's try that. Okay, let's back it up a bit. Sort for old guys. Wheeler and Dumoulin. See, I don't think the Avalanche are included because it doesn't include salary, retained salary. Which I don't think we can do from here. Can we do that? No. Because, like, why can't you say from here I'm willing to retain salary and then search? That'd be nice. John Gibson is another option. Although Gibson, we don't really need to trade. Let's go into the deadline. I think this is a fool's errand at this point. We'll just go maximum sell and then see what we get. Okay, Dawson Mercer is good. What? What's going on? Yes? I forgot we were talking about that. Okay. He's like, there's assurances. It's like, we didn't negotiate anything. Like, I made assurances depending upon the idea that your contract would be good. Sandine is out. Giordano? Let's put Dumoulin in. I'm frankly surprised that Giordano wants to re-sign. Let's put him on the second line, I think. Everybody pops down one. Newhook can replace Wheeler. Alright. Did Newhook actually take a face-off by comparison? Yes, okay. Newhook goes in the middle. Do 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 do. What? That's fine. Head coach replaces for now. Best lines going into the deadlines, fine. Alright. We're just a seller. Jack Hughes is available. Say what? What? Jack Hughes is available. What are we doing in New Jersey? What? Well, does anything work? Anything at all? Anything? No. Oh, he's on a sweetheart of a deal. Why are we trading him? It says he's available, but if you go to find trade... Huh? New Jersey Devils. Jack Hughes. I would trade the earth for this. To get Jack Hughes on that deal? I'm confused. Why are we trading Jack Hughes? Does anybody have an answer? I don't know. He's on a sweetheart of a deal. He's a fantastic player. He's rated like 94. Why are we doing this? Trade value is through the ceiling. We, like, literally do not have enough assets to do that at all. I don't understand why New Jersey's trading him. I mean, they're playing bad, but selling him off? I don't know. That makes no sense. I wish I could trade for him. I would. but I literally don't think I have, like, the stuff. Do they have bad contracts? Like... Oh, Rempe goes to Ottawa. Goodness. Battle of Ontario just changed. You're gonna have to deal with that. So, do they have, like, bad contracts? There's no way Timo Meyer is, like, that bad. Andre Palat's terrible. No move clause. Well, it looks like they've got themselves in a contractual pickle. That's probably the problem. But why trade Hughes? Do they not want to trade him anymore? Maybe they dealt somebody. I'm very confused. Drouin, a 5th in England for 2 seconds. I'm not mad at it. What's Drouin's contract look like? Modified no trade. If we could take some salary back in the form of a player that's not great. Eligible for trade. Brock McGinn? I would take McGinn. If you throw in McGinn, got a deal. Really? Okay. I lost my deal. Drouin and Appleton for 2 seconds? Gotta do the same thing. That's a lot of salary. That's a lot of salary. Do they have a garbage contract? They do not. Plus they have a lot of no trades and stuff. Ryan O'Reilly is a little too good. No. I like the Vancouver deal. What is going on? Everybody wants Drouin and something for 2 seconds. I don't have time to actually make a deal here. And nobody has like garbage enough contracts for me to do this. Like Middleton's too good. Well, somebody, there you go. Drouin for a 2nd and a 3rd. I would rather just do seconds. For a bunch of spare parts. Don't want peak. Well, somebody's likely to offer us a trade, so let's keep going. It's only 8:12 in the morning. I did like the Vancouver trade. Let's go back to Vancouver. Unless I get offered something else. It'd be nice if they had like a pipeline that you could look at, as opposed to like you're looking through something and then something might be possible and then they're like, nope, how about this other trade? I know you were looking at that, but sorry. Nerd. Go to Joshua. I mean, I would do that. Go to Joshua would be okay. I think. Everybody that just got traded to New York is injured. Let's do Dakota Joshua. No. I can't believe it. I wish there was a way, but I don't think there is. Utah traded Kesselring and Nick Bukestad to Los Angeles Exchange for George II. What kind of trades did we miss anyway? Donato and Taylor Hall went to Minnesota. Kopp went to Philly from Detroit. Detroit got a second and Anthony Richard. Vegas got Beauvillier, Puljujarvi, and Shea from Pittsburgh in exchange for a second. Schwint and Seedoff? I don't know. Florida got Petrie in a third from Detroit for a second. Benning and Clifford. A second. Couple players for Yanni Gord, a third, and Sprong. Berard, Rempe, and Boyko for David Perron and a third. Kovacevic, a third. Like nothing. Carolina got Lyon, Fisher, and Lagesson from Detroit for Sorum. Okay, a couple prospects maybe. 2 seconds from Edmonton for Ivan Provorov. Okay, that's probably the most interesting deal of the day there. Canadian straight carrier. And Josh Anderson? Somebody actually took that contract? For 2 seconds? What? Wow. That is somewhat surprising. Yeah, I'll go back to Vancouver. All right, Vancouver had at least the 2 second. I've got no more offers, so I'm gonna try. They don't want to trade their first. Add asset, add asset. Let's look for skaters matching block. Eligible for trade. Not much. Like, are any of these players? Ah. I'm trying to do a fine trade with Vancouver. Okay, draft picks again. It'd be nice to get a forward back. Do we have anybody with nope, not that. I think Dakota Joshua is our best sort of bet here. Let's find trade. Appleton, Dumoulin, a third and a fifth. Kind of okay with that. Let's retain on Dumoulin. I was just... Anyway. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Morning, Tim. Okay. 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 I gotta be a little swifter, I think, in this. Because I keep getting offered stuff. I'm running out of time now, but I can't complete a trade. Come on. Yes! Okay, good. Good, good, good. I'm just curious. I'm willing to take both of them, actually, to offset the salary. Fedotov would play. And Peterson would be the salary. Okay. Let's do it. Touch, okay. Okay, good. That also frees up Gibson's salary at the end of the year, but we maintain our salary level. Okay, good, good. And we'll have Kochikov and Noonan still play. Probably actually deal That's fine. Fedotop's fine. Probably could have just taken the salary, but it's okay. I'm good with it. We have a backup for whatever reason. Okay. Ty Smith, waivers. Take a look. 24. 17. Yeah, why not? All right. Now let's go to our team. How did we do in our budget? Hopefully I was able to cut requisite salary. It was in view contracts, which is... There we are. All right. Projected spent is still 69. I don't know. I don't know. We'll go with that. We can... I think we're good. Let's sim against the Leafs. Probably try and get close to the end of the season. We'll see how things go. Let's speed that up a little bit. It feels like it's been a while since I simulated something. Cackle puts one in on wall. Alright, second period. Man, I can't believe Jack Hughes was available. I just did not have the capital to try and go get him. Power play goal by Morgan Riley. Hopefully that happens more as the season goes on, in reality. Austin Matthews puts one in. Lundqvist puts one? Yeah, way to go, Lundqvist. Good stuff. 2-2. Going into the third. For some reason, we have 28 shots. I don't know what the Leafs are doing. Leaf things. While playing a expansion team. Sounds about right. Power play? Nothing doing. Okay. Alright. OT. Oh, the Leafs are starting to get a little more shots on now. Shootout. Austin Matthews wins it in a shootout. Also not surprising. Joseph Wall, 33 stops. Kuchkov with 30. And Marner, 2 assists. Magic Mitch. Alright, that's the Leafs. Let's take a look at our lineup for a second. It's like not much has changed. Really. All right. I mean, Kochikov is probably our guy going forward. We got 3 more years on his contract. He's doing pretty good. He's a youngin-ish, you know. Yeah, right. We got Beefalo. We got Beefalo. We'll sim against Beefalo. Well, Ty Smith was up there. I think we need to send Ty Smith down. That's fine. That solves that problem. Ty Smith has lost morale. Well, sorry, Ty Smith. You were put on waivers. I'm just saying. Fogel is out. Oh. Al Peterson is still up here. Options. NHL, goalies. Definitely sending him down. How are we doing for injuries? Vogel's got to come back. So we'll just leave the spot open in the lineup. Dawson Mercer can come back. We're just going to do... no, we won't do best lines. We'll just put Dawson Mercer in here. We'll just bump everybody down. That's how this is going to go. Kako can go. Arvidsson. Kako can be here. Fine. And Hoglander can go here. Since we have Dakota Joshua on the third line now. It's better on the fourth, actually. Let's switch them up. Okay. It was June for a second. No problem. Well, let's crank her up to 8 times. Let's go. Battle of the Border. Not exactly Fort Erie, but it's close. You know. Border battle between our rivals, the Buffalo Sabres. I would say this is a grudge match, as it was saying before. It should be a grudge match. Should be. Dakota Joshua gets one. Carlo gets one. But then Benson comes back. But Capo Kako restores the 2-goal lead. 2-1 over Buffalo so far. We're not a bad team. We're not a good team. We're not a bad team. I just feel like, dang, I wish we could have got Jack Hughes. For some reason, New Jersey's like, let's just trade our best player. You know. But they didn't want to trade him to us because we don't have much. That's the problem. All right, third period. Still 3-1. Nothing happened in the second. Everybody had a Kit Kat. H.B Bolton puts one in. Johnson puts one in. We're tied. We were tied 3-3, but then Rasmussen scored on UPL. It's 4-3. Power play for Hamilton. Nothing doing. Just under 5 left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Border battle win. Fantastic. Okay. Go to Joshua. 1 goal, 2 assists. Buddy, welcome to the team. Benson, 1-1. Abe Kubel with 1. Good stuff, good stuff. All right. Victor Arvidsson, injured again. Injured again. Well, you know what? How does Joshua do on the second line? He's doing good with Newhook, though. You know, I don't really want to disrupt things. Who we got? Who's sitting in the wings? You know what, Blake Wheeler? Get out there and have some fun. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Do we have Ottawa? We have Rempe is waiting for us in Ottawa, so let's go there. Let's set ticket prices. We want to make sure these are reasonable. It's Ottawa signed, but we're gonna bring it down. 450, 580. Let's bring it down to 575 for the lower bowl. 9125. Let's bring it down to 8950, and we'll bring these down to 13,950. There we go. How are our tickets looking? Game tickets? Reasonable. Okay, people are happy with them. Good. But our marketing budget, we need to crank up our season tickets. So we're gonna general advertising. We're gonna reduce to about 35. Season tickets down to 35, and we're gonna increase this. You know what? We're gonna do There we go. Because we still need to sell game tickets, but we need to sell our season tickets for next year. So we're going to get that going. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Arvidsson could just slot in where Wheeler is. Even though I guess Wheeler was having a bit of a time. It's April, though it's not April. I don't know when it is. Doesn't really help. 29, 32, and 6. Cal Peterson was injured, unfortunate. Dawson Mercer's out. We're just going to do similar. We're just going to put Wheeler on the second line. He was having a good time there. So we're just going to leave him. We're going to put him in there. He can hold his own. And we'll put Arvidsson on the top line. Okay, good. Figure yourself out, power play. I put people in the lineup. Hello. I wish it would just do that. It's like when you put somebody in the main lines, it would put it there, you know. Arvidsson should be good. We're just gonna do something, I don't know. Jared Lundqvist, why not? There you go. Strategies. Not Capo Caco on everything. Okay. Let's put Caco in front. Thank you. Just weird. Okay. I mean, sure, why not? We'll put Blake Wheeler in front. He has big body. We're down to Ottawa. What do we got left in the season? Not much. Okay. I guess we'll finish out the season today. We are right 500. That's what we are. We are the height of mediocrity. Power play goal by Batherson. Fedotov is in net. Stützle gets one on the power play. We have 3 shots. What were we doing against the Leafs? We got 3 shots against Ottawa. Oh, there you go. Blake Wheeler, power play goal. Probably a tip in front. Way to go, bud. Okay. Nothing doing in the second, really. Not much, anyway. Rasmussen gets one in on Allmark. 2-2. Okay. 2-2 tied going into third or going into OT. Nothing happened up till now. Noah Gregor scores on us. Get the win in OT. Gregor gets first star. Wheeler 1-1, and Sanderson with 2 assists. Well, Ottawa, I believe, is a much better team than we are. So, not really that much. 35, 33, and 6. Okay. Alright, let's get to the end of the season. What do we got here? Dawson Mercer's back. Vogel has been out a long time. Wheeler was having a good time on that second line, I gotta say. How's Muka Madulin doing? He's doing okay. Still is a depth D. I think next year he may need to play in the NHL. Hopefully he goes up a little higher than 77. What's our goalie situation look like? A Noonan and Peterson makes sense. A Noonan also is probably an NHL goalie next year. Probably an NHL goalie now, but you know. Oh, did I just best lines it? I did. Well, you know. Good enough. Good enough for army work. Let's just finish up the season. We're somehow over 500 at the moment. Oh, that changed. Now we're 500 again. Now we're below 500. Well, it seems to be where we're at, middling. Get a win over Montreal. Did we win against the Islanders? We do, to go 500 exactly for the end of the season. Well, goodness. All right. Let's try and get the end of the season going. Okay. Did our AHL team make the playoffs? Passed. Well, we were within our goal for the salary cap. Good stuff. For the amount spent. Did the AHL season end? Okay. I think it did. I don't think anybody made anything. So, it looks like the Leafs and the Lightning in the first round. Shock and awe. Detroit versus Boston. Florida versus Pittsburgh. It's going to be a little different because Florida and Tampa are in the other division. And New York and Washington. And in the West, we got the Kings versus the Knights. Columbus versus the Wild. The Oilers against the Canucks. That'd be fun. And the Jets versus the Stars. Very good. Very good. In team leaders and points. That's a nice summary. Gaudreau had 55 points. Andre Miller had 31. Eggs had 29 goals to lead the team. Very good. Gaudreau had 41 assists. Eggs 42 points total. Kochikov had 20 wins. Also decent. League leaders in points. Well, you know. This is in the playoffs. Can we not do the playoffs? Stat Central. Just a sec. They finally actually, you know, fixed that, and it's like, that's not what I was looking at. Drouin had 51 points as well. Eggs was like runaway with goals. Capo Caco had 22 though. Pretty good. Let's look at all teams. See how things went in the league. Braden Point, 126 points, 29 goals, 97 assists. Nathan McKinnon with 71 goals. Goodness. Austin Matthews had 67. Kucherov 65. Rantanen 43. Kyle Connor had 50. Scheifele 39. Reinhardt 41. Panarin 39. Ovechkin had 55 goals at the age of 39. Would that have pushed him past? 908. Man, okay. There you go, Ovi. All right. Goals for the season. Jason Robertson had 45. How about goaltenders? Kenzie Blackwood with 48 wins for, well, it was for Colorado. Shesterkin had 47. Hellebuyck had 43. Bobrovsky had 43. Skinner had 40. Dassey had 39. The Otter had 37. Matt Murray for the Leafs, 36 wins. Goodness. Who would have called it? And Logan Thompson, 35. All right, let's do a quick see who's going to win the cup, but we'll do all the other stuff next week. We'll do the draft and signing free agents and all that fun stuff. But let's zip down and see who retires and whatnot, and who wins the cup. Oh, well, welcome back, Warren Fogle. Oh, the Oilers and the Oilers and the Avs were in the Western final there. I didn't see the Eastern final. Oh, Leafs and Panthers. Interesting. The Leafs won the cup? What? The Toronto Maple Leafs are Stanley Cup champions. Excuse me. Well then. All your hopes and dreams came true, at least in a simulated manner. Oh boy. We're going to keep current ticket prices. We're good with that. Plan the parade, folks. Alright. We got the 15th pick. Ugh. Philly jumped from 10 to 2. Montreal jumped from 3 to 1 via Calgary. Calgary via New Jersey got the 4th pick. Utah 5, Columbus, San Jose, Buffalo Islanders. We're all the way down at 15. So we had a mediocre enough season that we're like literally right in the middle. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, let's see who called it a day. Nicholas Backstrom, 1,000 points in 1,100 games. 39-year-old Shea Weber. Milan Lucic. Brian Little. Anisimov. Pat Maroon. Makes sense. Multiple Stanley Cup champion. Strawman called it a day. Clifford, a lot of these guys probably just like they were bound to. Let's see about goalies. Gary Price, obviously. Just not going to play again. But he did end up with 361 wins in 700 games, so, you know. Coaches who have retired. Toronto Marlies coaches. We're good? Okay. Eric Gustafson. Carolina Hurricanes is now a scout. Alright. Wow. Toronto Maple Leafs, Stanley Cup champions. There you go. Okay, I think that's it for today. Next week we will do the draft, in which we have about 8 million picks. And then we can liquidate whatever we're not going to re-sign or care about in the draft. Maybe get some more. Then we'll do our re-signing, free agency, and so on and so forth. The re-signing is going to be interesting because we have to do all that like negotiation stuff and see what they're talking about and whatever. I don't know. So a lot going to go on with that. It's going to be a lot of administration, obviously less simulating, but that's pretty much how it goes. So if you know, I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I enjoy it as well. Have yourselves a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time. Later, folks.